Unit 7, Day 3, we're going to do a mixed application of everything we did the first 2 lessons. All right, so this will be a good review of the 5 locus theorems we have. Question 1, Star Wars fans, the Millennium Falcon needs to travel so that it is always equidistant from 2 planets. Otherwise, it will get pulled into one of the planets. Sketch and describe the path the spaceship can travel. So we're given 2 points. We are going to travel so that we're equidistant from them. Remember, it's a perpendicular bisector, so you want to envision going perpendicular to the segment formed by those 2 planets. So that's a decent enough sketch, and then to describe it, we would just say it's the perpendicular bisector. So when I give you 2 points, you sketch a line between them. It's perpendicular to that path. Number 2, a dog's electric collar will shock him if he is less than 10 feet from the buried wire. Sketch and describe the closest possible locations to the wire the dog may walk without being shocked. So here's a situation where I give you 1 line, that's the buried wire, and the dog needs to be 10 feet away from it. So he could be 10 feet away on this side. Or could be 10 feet away on the other side. So you would sketch that in, you label 10 feet either side. And it says sketch and describe. So to describe it, we would say 2 parallel lines, each 10 feet from the wire. So when I give you guys 1 line, you sketch 2 parallel lines. Number 3, it says an eagle soars so that it is always equidistant from 2 intersecting rivers. Sketch and describe the paths the eagle may soar in relation to the rivers. Here's an example where I give you 2 intersecting lines, and you can travel. So you're equidistant from both. You could travel this path, but you could also travel this path. So we have to sketch both in. You're equidistant from each river on both of those paths. And the math term for this would be the angle bisectors. So when I give you 2 lines that cross, you sketch in the angle bisectors. Number 4, your mom wants you to plant flowers 5 feet from the maple tree in the backyard. Sketch and describe all the possible locations you need to plant the flowers. As we said in the previous lesson, view these as you're looking down from up above, like if you're in a hot air balloon or from a drone. So the maple tree would be a point, and if you want to plant flowers so that they're all 5 feet from the base of that tree, you would plant them in a circle around the tree. And the radius of that circle would be 5 feet. You know, kind of like the mulch around the tree. Now, how you describe this? He would say a circle with the center of the tree and radius equals 5 feet. So when I give you a point, you draw a circle. And the last one, number 5, this is the last theorem we had. A bobsled needs to be equidistant from each side of the track in order to maximize its speed. Sketch and describe the path the sled must travel to maximize its speed. There's the bobsled track. Basically here, I'm giving you 2 parallel lines. And if you want to travel equidistant to them, you travel right down the middle. There's the sketch. To describe it, you would say a third parallel line down the middle. So now we'll use those 5 theorems on these questions here. We'll combine some of these loci. Point P, number 6. Point P is 5 units from line TC. It's already drawn for you. You don't have to draw anything. It's in the diagram. Part A, sketch the locus of points 2 units from line TC. So we are going to do just this part first. I'll do this in blue. From the line, I want to be 2 units away. Well, when I give you one line, you sketch 2. So I could be 2 units away above the line, or I could be 2 units away below the line. So I just did that part. Now I want to sketch the locus of points 4 units from point P. So now I'll do this one. From the point, 4 units away. Well, when I give you a point, you draw in a circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, remember how we sketch a circle? From the center, go 4 in each direction. And then to the best of your ability, sketch in the circle. It's got to be a dashed line or dotted. Oops, a little bit short there. Okay, now I did that part. And then there will be a follow-up that says how many points satisfy both parts A and B. So here what you're looking for is where do these two cross? 1, 2. They cross at 2 points. Number 7, point P is on line TC. So again, we don't have to draw it. It's in the diagram. A says sketch the locus of points 4 units from line TC. So very similar to what we did in number 6, except now we're 4 units away. So I go 4 units above, sketch a line, and 4 units below, sketch a line. Okay, so I've just done that. Now, I'm going to sketch the locus of points 5 units from point P. So the center's point P. I have to go 5 units to the right. I have to go up 5 units, left 5 units, down 5 units, and to the best of your ability, sketch in the circle using a dashed or dotted line. Now the follow-up is going to be how many points satisfy both parts. So you're only concerned about where what you sketched in crosses, not where it crosses the original line TC. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 points satisfy both parts. All right, number 8, we're no longer on the grid. It describes a situation. It says a tree is located 30 feet east of a fence that runs north to south. So there's a picture of it. You see the fence running up and down, and then there's a tree 30 feet to the east of it. It says a treasure is buried 15 feet away from the fence. Sketch the locus of points 15 feet from the fence. So we'll do this first. The fence is a line, and I need to sketch the locus of points 15 feet from that line. So when I give you a line, you draw 2 lines. But 15 feet, you have to pay attention to this distance here, is half of 30. So I would draw that halfway between. But then don't forget, you also could be on the other side. That distance there is 15 feet, and that distance there is 15 feet. So that takes care of that locus. Now it says we also know the treasure is buried 20 feet away from the tree. Sketch and describe this locus, 20 feet from the tree. Well, the tree is a point, so if you want to be 20 feet from that, you're going to sketch in a circle, but again, you need to pay attention to the distances. 15 feet is halfway, 20 is more than halfway, so this circle, it doesn't have to be exact, but you need to understand that it's going to cross this path twice because that radius is 20 feet. and the distance from the fence to the blue line is 15. Now the last part here, it's like your treasure map. It says put an X on the 2 locations the treasure could be buried. So there's one right there, there's an X, and here's the other one where those 2 paths cross. Number 9, points S and T are 6 units apart. So they're already in the diagram, you don't have to sketch that. Sketch the locus of points 2 units from point S. So I'm only looking at point S, and I want the locus 2 units away. That's going to be a circle. So from point S, go 2 to the right, go up 2, 2 to the left, down 2, and do a dotted or a dashed circle. Okay, I took care of that part. Now I want to sketch the locus of points 1 unit, line ST. 1 unit from a line will be 2 lines, 1 unit above and 1 unit below. Okay, did that part. And then the follow-up, how many points satisfy both parts A and B? It would be where the blue circle crosses the green lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 points satisfy both conditions. Number 10, lines M and L intersect at point P. A, sketch the locus of points equidistant from M and L. So that's equidistant from those 2 lines. That will be the angle bisectors. So one of them will be like this. But then don't forget you also have one that's close to vertical. All right, so I took care of equidistant from both of those lines. Now I need to sketch the locus of points 4 units from point P. So 4 units from a point will be a circle. Point P is where the lines cross. So I go 4 to the right, put a point, go up 4, put a point, left 4, put a point, and down 4, put a point, and then draw in your dashed circle. And that takes care of that locus. Part C, you guys can probably already see what the answer would be. How many points satisfy both parts A and B? Now remember, it's only where the green circle and the blue lines cross, your dashed locus. So that would be 4. It doesn't matter where it crosses the original lines. All right, I'm going to skip to 12. This is a question you guys will see on your task review work session. 2 radio towers are located 50 miles apart. WKRV can broadcast up to 30 miles away. Sketch the locus 30 miles from WKRV. So we'll do that first. WKRV is 1 point. 30 miles away is going to be a circle with a radius of 30. Now look at the distance between them is 50. 30 is more than halfway. And we're just estimating here. We're not on a grid. So to the best of your ability, just sketch in a circle that has a radius of 30. So I've done this. Now the next one, I want to sketch the locus 40 miles from WJFM. 40 is more than 30 and also more than halfway, so it would be about here. So this circle will be bigger. Again, we're just estimating. You don't have to use a compass or anything. That radius is 40. So I've just done that. Lastly, place an X on the 2 furthest locations you can pick up both radio signals. So that would be where the 2 circles cross. One there and one there. Anywhere beyond that, you're only going to get one or the other. All right, and that will conclude day 3 notes.